And we're back.
Back in the building once again.
Once again, back in the house once again, living like down. Anyway,
Yes.
a
They
little
said you
Mob
on
Deep for
spin.
you. Speaking of hip hop lyrics and dope lyricists, we are doing another Ren breakdown and reaction.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Renegades around the world. We got a Ren reaction for you today, and of course, broken down, lyrical breakdown and video breakdown like no other tandem solo act or whatever you want to do does. The Clark brothers once again with the breakdown. Money Ties from your boy
Anytime.
Ren. We're gonna do the lyrical breakdown. We're gonna do the video. Again, haven't heard it, haven't seen it, and we do that on purpose so we can have a genuine reaction with you guys. And it really does. Our breakdown, we've a lot of people, when I read the comments of Renegades, a lot of people like when we let the video play all the way and break it out at the end. Some like when we stop it in the middle, talk a little bit, go back. That's the way regular reactors do it. But I think it kind of varies with us with the song. If he's
Depends.
really in his bag, it really depends on whether we're gonna stop. We're gonna break it down regardless,
Yeah.
whether it comes in the middle or whether it comes at the end. So it really depends on how we feel. So
Yeah.
without further ado, your boy Ren, Money Ties, song released 2024, I believe. So produced
Yeah.
by Nays.
Okay.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away
All right, I'm
from
gonna
the
stop it
path
already.
and pierced themselves with the...
I'm gonna stop it already. I know this. This is a verse actually out of the Bible. It's not. So it's Timothy. I just don't remember what chapter. I think it's First Timothy. It's First Timothy chapter 6. I don't remember the verses, but that is in the Bible. Let me bring it back a little bit.
Okay.
We're preachers' kids, so we know stuff like that.
Yep.
of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound of the dollar. False prophet preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bitter pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores. What a shock when we lose sight of live and let live. Forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, well you die with a grin. Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Brent. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad, they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my God, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life, it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up, because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up, my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever never let this world make you bitter like me, because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous, fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. Fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall, because money makes money.
Yeah, I had to stop it there. That was
Man,
a
he talking to the
verse,
ladies.
man.
There he is. I was waiting for some verses for the ladies. You know, Ren doesn't really go out there, and he's not, misogynistic, and he doesn't have too many of the, flirt bars or what have you. Every
Not
once in
too
a while,
many
he'll
V
sneak something
words.
in. But this right here was a verse for the women.
Right. And he was talking also addressing some of the verse. It seems like he was literally addressing his sister,
Yep.
his younger sister. As we know, as we learned from the other song that he did with Token, right?
Mm-hmm.
We learned about him kind of having to be the man of the house because the father left, right? So
Right.
this hits different. I'm glad we did that one first
Mm-hmm.
because this verse hits different now for me.
Right.
Knowing uh what he had to step up and do as being pretty much the man of the house, this verse hits harder for me, at
Right.
least.
He started off, he said, now digging up the root of evil, money tool like a blade. So that's pretty much quoting the money is the root of all evil, right?
Yeah.
He
First
likens money,
Timothy.
yeah, right. He likens money to a blade, like a tool, to be used constructively to carve and create. Like so, money digs. It can be used as a tool. It can be used to cut. It can be used for different things. To slice that knives are used for, right?
Hmm.
So it's kind of like the duality of him using it is like the explanation of role, like the money in society, the role that money plays in society, right? So he says also you can slice across a jugular or carve and create, right? So basically,
Hmm.
like we just saying, it's the dual natures highlight. It can destroy lives,
Yep.
right, or enable creation, art,
And
opportunity.
create art. Yep.
Yep. So
Art, opportunity, wealth, all of that can be created, or you could kill. It could also
or it could be used
go in the
right,
other way.
could be used
Yeah.
for evil. So that's kind of like you know we're always hearing money's the root of all evil. He kind of brings it in like, yeah, but also, if it's used the proper way, it could
Hmm.
also be used as a positive as well,
You can actually
right?
root out evil.
Right. And he also said, but when money ain't the means, but the means is the
Means is
money.
the money.
Right. Now remember,
Dope.
in
Dope
Money
bar.
Game 3, he's Jimmy's father's message to him when he was 14 was, son, money is the means to all ends.
Yeah.
And so you look at that line, he says, when
Mhm.
money becomes the end goal rather than a tool for achieving other purposes,
Good.
it distorts the priorities, like in Money Game 3.
Yep.
When money became the means to all ends, and it was the end goal. Like people prioritize wealth over values when
Hmm.
they do that. And
Yep.
as you can see, once again, he brought that back full circle in Money Game 3, where Jimmy totally lost control of all his values in life.
Hmm.
And because money was the means to all ends, boom, that's he ended up in a wheelchair, and everything came back full circle. You
Yeah.
start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. So like pursuing money on
Yep.
its own, again, it's all pretty much,
Compromise deals for
yeah,
dollars. Yeah.
right. It's all pretty much
Mm.
levels of what
Yeah.
he's saying, right?
And I
Um,
also see that as almost like compromise deals for dollars. Like sometimes you might come into the game let's just say the music game, and you working with somebody and y'all got a whole situation going on, but then something else comes along with more money, and they throw money in your face, and you
Hmm.
kind of leave that situation that you had. That might
Right.
have been your partner, your producing partner, or
Yep.
whatever. And the money compromise deals. It
We've
happens
had that
all
happen
the
to us.
time.
We've had that
It's
happen to
happened.
us.
It's happened to us when we back in the day when we was doing things. You know, even back when we was doing music back in the day.
Yep.
But when we started doing film, money situation, or it wasn't even much potential money situations,
Right.
set a whole thing off, ruined friendships and everything. And it was just relationships, compromising deals for dollars. And
Hmm.
that is a true statement. That's a bar right there, man.
Right.
Worth
N-
breaking down and going over.
Now, let me tell you a little story about a boy named. He pretty much just goes into his own experiences, introducing a personal narrative, grounding the song. That's when he's able to. The song starts getting personal, and it starts getting self reflecting. When he starts throwing his own experiences into it, the shift
Mhm.
makes the critique of money more intimate. When he's talking about
Right.
himself, right? That makes the
That's
it
also.
much more intimate with the audience because, like, okay, he's bringing
Mhm.
himself into it, so he's talking like something he's
and a,
experienced already.
and
So,
it's a callback to you just mentioned. It's a callback to Money Game Part Three too.
yep,
Let me tell you a little story about a boy
boy
named
named
Jimmy.
Ren. Yep.
You know,
He said Jimmy. He said Jimmy in Money Game 3. Let me tell
yep,
you a story about a boy named Ren. He's telling you his story.
callback.
So
Yeah,
love
yeah.
that. Love that.
Very
We
cool.
we didn't have much, but mom and dad they made enough. His
Hmm.
family wasn't wealthy, but his
Yep,
parents provided the essentials, echoing
yep,
the intro focused, continent with basic needs. I was fortunate enough to, I always feel sorry for the people who had hard childhoods or had
yeah,
unfortunate child because I have no complaints. My
yeah,
childhood was my best time. I wish I
yeah.
was still a child.
Wish I was a kid
I
again.
started
I had a great
right.
childhood.
My rough time came when I became an adult.
Exactly. Adulthood sucked. Childhood was awesome.
Tyler was awesome. All right, let's get back to
Rest in peace to both of our parents.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh, Childhood was awesome. We'll bring it back a little bit.
Hmm.
Thanks, mom and dad, for giving us a great childhood. We weren't
Absolutely.
rich either, but we wouldn't tell the difference because we had everything we wanted and needed.
Yep.
So here we go. Bring it back a little bit. All right. That's at the end of that verse.
Fuck police, fuck the jealous, fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us, now's the time to stand tall. Because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mug punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend law, make war, make goals. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, money ties,
Yeah.
money ties, eh. Money lies, money lies, money lies, eh.
No, I love that last flow.
Yeah. Yeah, that
When
was fire.
he took it into the what I call the hybrid. It's not sing. It's like a cross between singing and rapping.
Yeah.
The Drake stuff. What Drake does. Oh man, that was great. The way he ended it, the flow he went into.
Yeah.
Um, what I took from that was when he said sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped, right? So again, that's kind of like the innocent of childhood can be
Yeah.
stolen,
Yeah.
by social pressures, by
Hmm.
the pressures of society, leaving you vulnerable. That's what society is doing today. The
Yeah.
pressure, society pressure. When we was growing up, we didn't have all that pressure in society. Like I feel bad for these kids, man. Like that's coming up in today's age. Man, we didn't have no
Nope.
society pressure when
Nope.
when we was growing up.
Nope.
It's like, man, all we just had to do is be a kid. A
Yeah,
lot of times,
our pressure was what we gonna play today? Stickball or
right,
handball? What are we playing?
right. I mean,
That
my
was our
goodness.
dilemmas. Am I ride my bike there or am I gonna take the bus?
That's exactly what that was how we saw. Oh man, what are we gonna do? We gonna go to Santini? We gonna ride our bikes to Santini's today,
Yeah,
or are we
exactly.
gonna go to the park?
Go to the park, which was right next door to us. So, I mean, it's that I can't say I relate to that as a youngin, but I feel
Right.
bad. We do have children, and we see the pressures that a lot of kids today, and young people, young adults face. The rates of self harm are
Mm-hmm.
at an all time high.
Time high. Kids
Uh,
aren't, you know,
and
even
all
caring
time
about
high
living.
in numbers and all time low in ages, meaning like the youth, very
Mm-hmm.
young ages, very high numbers, but the ages are low, which is very not a good thing at all.
The things that they're discussing in schools, and remember, the world now is pretty much ran by social media. So
Hmm.
a lot of the kids are seeing stuff that they see on social media, and then it's keeping them. You got kids 11 and 12 years old, you know, unaliving themselves. What type of pressure is going on in your life at 11 years old that you feel as though you know bullying is at an all time. That's why he said he made a note to that about with the Sizzy when he said "f bullies." You
Yeah.
know, bullying is at an all time high. It's kind of settled down a tad bit over the last few years, but right around the
It's
time
not
going back
becoming
10 going back 10
cyberbullying.
15 years, man, bullying was at an all-time high, especially online bullying. It still
Yeah,
exists,
cyberbullying
not
still
as
exists.
much
Yeah.
as we'll say 10 years ago.
Hmm. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's now kind of like spilled over to like these people, these celebrities that have these crazy fan bases, and they'll go and bully, as a group of people go
Right.
and bully, innocent folks out of nowhere because they didn't like what they said about their favorite singer or rapper. You know,
Mm-hmm.
um, that's still a form of cyberbullying. Or actually, now you have it where the fans are bullying the celebrities, of bullying the
Yeah.
artists. They're
Man,
bullying
I'm
the
seeing artists break down. I'm like, man, I'm seeing artists break down, delete their accounts, because of fans. Um, a part here where he was talking about the part when you mentioned before and somebody's sister.
artists.
Um, he says, "Never ever let this world make you bitter like me." Right? He
Hmm.
pretty much admits to his own bitterness,
Yeah.
urging his sister to avoid it because he was talking to his sister
Yeah.
during that line.
Hmm.
He also said, um, he said before that, but listen up, my little sister, hold these words to you close, right? And that's when he went into talking to her, right? Keep that kind heart, kind humankind are in need,
Hmm.
right? He also said, never let the world be like me,
Me.
because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you. See, so he pretty much talking to his sister,
Hmm.
um, kind of like making her like a beacon of hope, because he
Yeah.
said in the next line, um, sis,
Sis.
this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see.
See.
So he's kind of like telling his sister,
That's beautiful.
who's obviously younger, giving a
Yeah.
symbol of light and hope. And it's a very heartfelt line, of
Yeah.
family love or what have you, because we all know the story about his sister and things like that. Now, when he said, "I see your wings have feather more than ever," now, if you didn't know Ren, you'd probably think his sister had passed on, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
he said, "I see your wings have feather more than ever," but it merely just means she's just growing stronger,
Mm-hmm.
and wings
She's gonna be
is like her,
ready,
yeah,
like
like her
fly away.
potential.
Yeah,
Yep,
potential, the potential.
yep,
You soon she'll be ready to fly on her own and fly out into the world. So he's
right,
giving this advice to her. Yeah, spread
and
your wings. Everyone's heard that
yep.
term, right?
And that part he says F greed, F depression, F bullies, F the jealous, and of course a rejection on negative. I love that part because he's
Yeah,
just like giving the rejection to negative forces. F every man who ever made you feel less than a treasure,
nice.
right? And once again, um defending his sister's worth. I said it
Hmm.
was a line to the ladies because the
It
ladies
could
can
be.
relate to it.
It's
He was
general.
talking
It's
right.
very general. Yeah.
Right. He was talking directly to his sister, but a lot of women can resonate. How
Yeah.
many women has been treated like trash by men or by
Hmm.
society or what have you?
Hmm.
You know, I always say it. Women have it like it used to be. Oh, women have it easy. We used to always say the line, "Women have it easy." Women have it hard.
Yeah, real
Like they,
rough. Yeah, real rough.
especially nowadays
Yeah.
with the men that's walking around here. You know,
Yeah.
women have it hard. No wonder they all the older women. I mean, no wonder the younger girls are looking for older men.
Yeah.
You know, and then they always criticize them. Are dating old. That's why a lot of the younger women are dating older men because of the men that unfortunately they have to pick from.
Yeah. Hmm.
You
Yep.
know,
They'd rather
f
take a
f a
much more
world that
mature
make
man that
right
can,
f a world that makes us feel small. So critiquing once again of society, how society devalues people.
yeah,
Man, I tell you, but then the closing chorus when he
yeah,
said money makes the world go
makes
round. Money makes the sick boy
boy
sicker
sicker
somehow. The
somehow.
sick boy is him.
Yep.
Um, money gets a man mugged, punched in the mouth because
Yep.
that's what it does. You
That's
get
pretty
mugged
clear. Yep.
for your money. You're punched in your mouth for your money.
Yep.
Money run the gang thug, drug money blow. So the money runs the gang. The thugs
Yep.
runs the thugs. You know, money can make a thug not a thug. You know what I mean? With someone use money for their connections, right? Money case, money makes open case
Case
close.
closed. Yep.
Pretty much. you
Yep.
know, you got enough money, you can close them
Hmm.
cases.
Yep.
All of a sudden, you had an open case. Next thing you know, oh no, not guilty. you know,
We got a sitting president. That's pretty much a benefit of that.
right. Or another thing is you pay off the police or what have you to close
Yep.
any open cases. Right. Money saves lives and take lives. Money both, meaning it does both. Saves
Hmm.
lives, take lives. Is the and he's back to once again the dual nature,
Yep.
saving and destroying, good and
Hmm.
bad. So wow, money is money isn't
Is it
money just that. Money's just a concept. People
people
attract
attract? Mm.
critiques unfair tax. You know, once again, where he says
Feed the fat.
tax up the poor man, feed up
Feed
the
up
fat.
the fat. Something
Right.
that's going on
So
right here in
right.
America right
Yep.
now.
The rich get
This new
richer,
bill.
the poor get poorer. Pretty much what he's
Yep.
saying.
Yep.
So it's given, and then money's just cash.
Hmm.
So pretty much reducing money to the basics. As they're saying now, cash is really means nothing now. They're saying the dollar bill ain't worth nothing. I never understood that. I can still go into a store and spend $1. What do you mean it ain't worth nothing? I never understood that saying. People
Well,
like,
they're
yeah, the
saying,
dollar bill ain't gonna be worth nothing. But
yeah,
don't they still accept it?
they're saying, I guess apparently eventually they won't accept it, right? And of course, other countries, like our dollar used to be worth a lot of money in other countries, and now it's going down. Even in Canada, I remember we've been to Canada a million times, and it used to be almost two times. Our
Yeah,
money was worth
not two
almost double.
times now. Trust me, I know.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not as much as
that's
it
not.
used to be. It used to be almost
Yeah.
double,
Hmm.
but it's not as much. So I love this man.
And
Once
and I
again,
love how
whatever
he ended it
Ren's
with
in
the
his bag, man.
take money,
I
fake
love
money,
that.
fake money. That was dope. That was
Yeah,
yeah, that's dope. That's
that was
dope.
dope, man.
That was real dope the way he did that. Once again, Ren. I mean,
Running out
I,
of
I
things
know
to
we're
say,
starting to
really,
sound
about the
like a
guy,
broken record. It's not like a broken record at this point. The dude
man.
is amazing. I
He's
mean,
amazing,
he's one of the
amazing,
best
amazing
that
artist,
I've
man.
come across, and so happy we did come across him this year and start doing these because I mean, gee whiz, man. And I tell you, we have respect for you renegades because I am very, very tempted to go ahead and listen to Ren songs
Right,
before we do these, but I don't want to
right.
do it.
But we
I
don't
just
do
as
it.
a fan, I want to go and listen to his stuff, but I'm like,
Yep.
let's experience it together. We appreciate you for supporting us, supporting the channel. Yeah, make sure you always like, comment, subscribe, support, share
Let
with your
us know what's
friends.
next, as
Let us know
always.
what you think is next. So you know what you think how we did tonight. And we'll get back at y'all next time. Peace out. Renegades.
Peace.
One love.
One love.